Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate from Australia at the Journal Nest, and it's Treasure Tuesday, which I love treasuring. Tuesday, I treasure every day, but this is a day where I randomly go into the nest, the baby nest, and see what I can make. So I have in mind that I want to make some small journal cards today. If you saw my most recent video, I am working on a new small journal. These are the signatures that I'm starting to put together, but this size, it's taken me a little while to adapt to the size of the journaling cards that I need. So that's what today is about. I want to find some pieces and build up my ephemera for what I like to call my baby journals. So what's in the nest is the usual variety. I literally clean up my scraps from all around me and put them in here. This is my husband's old report card paper I found. I'm a scavenger, and I just want to remind everyone not to buy things new. Tell your friends what you're doing and they will give you old books and things. And my friend who gave me these florals has inspired me. So today the blue was speaking to me. I've got my usual tea-dyed paper, a few bits and pieces, book pages. I found some stamps that were a gift to me. Haven't used those ever, I don't think, so I wonder if Kate can do that. And also some sticky little labels. This is Rachel's paper all the way from Italy. Just adore it. This is the French dictionary manuscript, hotel paper, and this is just old fly paper, so out of a big book. So that's what's going to come out. Hold your breath. I'm trying to put it in piles today rather than absolutely get buried straight away. But those of you who know my style know that I love to work with layers, and part of it is being spontaneous and not thinking too much about what I'm doing. I want to have fun and not worry. So where are we going to start? First of all, so I have to get in mind the size of some tags and pockets. So I don't measure. I'm so relieved that many people tell on their channel say that they don't measure either, because that's one step that can worry us too much. Now, I've just got to stand up to see if you can still see my hands. No, you can't. So that's a bad move. Okay, sorry everyone. I'll do the creep ahead so that I move myself in a bit more. Oh, so that's why I get buried. So let's go back to here, and I'm going to fold this again in half. So that's like an A4 folded in half to an A5, and then starting to split it down. I really like my bits and pieces to be of different sizes, so that's how we're going to do it this afternoon. I hope everyone is well and enjoying their day if they're up, or sleeping well if you're asleep. You won't hear me saying this, but I hope you catch me tomorrow. When I started journaling, I sort of just didn't know where to start. So one of my favorite things was just to experiment with papers and to literally spray things, dye them, and then keep them. So a number of viewers have remarked on how much paper I've got in a short time, and that is true. But really, I've just become a hoarder of every page that I have, and because they're here and literally they're not in cupboards, it means that I can reach them easily. Now, because I'm talking, I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing, but these, so this is the French dictionary paper that you see in a lot of my journals, and I like it as on journal cards because it's text and language and this beautiful vintage colour. Someone asked, do I have hundreds and hundreds of books? No, I don't. I actually have just this one French dictionary that I got from my local Reviver store, and I think it will see me out to the end of my journal days, and truly it was $1. So there are such richness out there to be found. Okay, all I've done is torn and found little bits of paper, but now I feel like I can sort of start to put some things together and make some early pieces. So no samples. I wish I could make you samples and have them laid out at the front. My trouble is I can't do the same thing twice. So if I said I was going to reproduce something, it would not come out that way, even if I tried. So here's a start. I'm reaching for, I do though, as I watch other journalers, I'm starting to see that if you do have a skill plan in mind, then it becomes easier. And by that, I like layering. I know that I like that already. I can see that I really like that bit there. And proportionally, let's make a few of these. I like putting 3 bits on top of each other as a start, and then it will either say to me I need more, or that's looking okay. So there's a tiny card. Let's blunt the corners on that. It needs one more thing, but let's do another one of that. These, as I settle into the rhythm of making. Do you find it takes you a little while to get going? If so, I'm glad to hear, because it takes me a while some days, and then other days I just zip in. Okay, now this is going to be the wrong proportion here on this piece of card, so I'm going to pull this one down. Some more music. This time we'll go to the side. Knowing that I need to put something more on there. This is where I need tiny little bits of things. That contrast. Yep. So this is a different, that was value. I got 2 pieces out of the same one. There we go. So layer number 3 is going over here to layer it up, and I can see those sticky labels I showed you at the beginning. So it's empty, but let's put one of those on there. Tag these corners off on this one. And what I might do once this is made, not on camera, but I often like to sew around the edges so they feel a little bit finished. So, okay, 2 musical ones. Let's make one more music of a different size. This piece is talking to me. Where do you get your paper supplies, I wonder? Seeing we're all over the world, have you got a favourite source? this time let's have some little tiny numbers off this page. Just trimming off the borders, as I've learned by watching others more experienced than me, that there's more interest without the sides. And let's just use a little piece of this on the side of this one. Yep. Like that. And I was going to try those stamps. Let's go for some contrast and put that there. Okay. Right, I've already buried the other two. Oh, that's what I mean. I couldn't even try and stay organized if I tried. Okay, so what have we made so far? 1, 2, 3 little cards featuring manuscript, if you like, as the main thing. And I can see that because the other two have got labels, I need to come back and put something on there quite desperately, otherwise it will look naked. Okay, I've got some strips of my paper fabric that I like to make, and this one's got one sticking off there. Let's just someone commented that they felt like they were talking to me, needed to tell me things in their last in my last video, and I love that so much. I just would love you to answer me sometimes, and that, so that we can have a conversation. So thank you to those who are taking the time to comment, because I'm a people person and it feels very weird to talk to myself here. Okay, those 3 are done. Here's my husband's report card. It says headmaster there. We'll cover that up. Let's make it a little bit thicker. It's the empty pages. And he hasn't been at school for a long time, so this will be okay. But it's quite nice to have lines to write on. Okay, so we need a bigger piece of paper to go under that. So I'll get my staple of this paper. It's already turning out to be quite a large one, but this is probably one that, yeah, I think we'll do this size, that could end up being a side pocket or a flip, who would know? So let's go down like that, and tear. Like that. Might put it that way, it's more interesting. Let's do something in the corner here. And something, no, it's going to cover that all over. A little strip of this number. Yep. There we go. This one I will definitely probably stitch around, but that's number 4 that we've made. What size would I need? So, okay, if I can't tear this way, do that way. And I've got 2 little pieces, and shouldn't waste this number. Oh, it's nearly perfect. Let's do that. I'm getting paranoid that you can't see my hands. Oh yeah, but you can, so that's good. It is really incredible how many, when I have so much fun making the pages and the signatures and the pockets, and then when I start to fill them, I go, wow, you lose track of how many actual tags and journal cards and bits for writing that you actually need. Okay, I'm thinking one more thing on there. That's why I was hesitating. Yep, let's just tear that there. I'd really like to say thank you to all those of you who have started subscribing to me. Honestly, I'm amazed that I'm even doing this, let alone having people join me on my journaling adventure. It is truly such a joy, and I'm only doing this thanks to encouragement of others. And you know, I'm finding this whole thing is about my well-being and just taking time out of our busy lives to make and to create, because it feeds the soul. Okay, that's another little card made. I did say that I'd love to use. Now this is where I get nervous, because you will see from my color palette that I'm not usually, I can't use green yet. Oh, actually I did in my botanical, my little baby William Blake journal remains very popular, and I think it's because I use more botanicals and colour than I normally do. So I'm working on the second one of those at the moment, but that's my where to next, to learn how to put them together more easily and naturally, and stay in your comfort zone. Now, I'm hesitating because I've got to keep in mind that I want these for these little books, these little signatures. So, in proportion, I absolutely love that. And I could make it become a flip, I think. So, sorry flower, let's do a crease here. And I'm going to back it with something, and obviously that white bit won't stay, but that's beautiful as an opening page. So it's about proportions, using your eye, and okay, so I said I needed to back the whole thing, so I need a bigger piece of paper because the flip will need to be stronger than it is. I was just watching Barbara's from 49 Dragonflies latest video on her storage system in her craft room. It is absolutely out of this world. As I was just reaching for my things there, it just came into my mind that she is such an amazing journaler, but her system of organisation, just I'm in awe, literally, because everything has its place. And it's probably taken her some time to get there, but I am so far away from that at this point. I'm actually in my son's bedroom, who's at university, and he came home the other day and he said, "Where will I sleep, Mum?" And I said, "Honey, I just have taken over here for the moment." All right, so I'm liking that there. This piece of beautiful vintage paper was just sitting there too, out of the nest. and it says interest in rare pieces. So I'm going to take that and save this. It's really beautifully thick paper. And I don't even know whether I'm working on the same flip now, but I'm just having fun. Let's rip these off. And this is something that you can do if you're not feeling creative. Just mindlessly start doing an action that you enjoy and something might come to you. So this is going the opposite way. I'm going to leave that one there for a minute. And I'm going to think about backing this. Oh, and that could be even a little pocket. Okay, just sort of something. So, making up these techniques as I go along. There's probably much better ways, but I'm an encourager of everyone to just have a go. And you'll work it out. Okay, I think I'm doing what I thought I was going to do. I like this heading, so that's going to stay. This paper is strengthened by clear on the empty on the back, and I'm going to go like that, and that can become a little pocket in the future, but not now. I'm just going to put that there because it gives me options. It could be a flip, a pocket, or something completely different. But that was fun. Okay, put that in my pile. And let's return to this piece here. Which is a tiny flower that will bring someone joy when it's in a journal pocket. So too small to tear, so I'll just put this one like that. I feel like it should go on some heavier card. I'm reaching around. It's that heavy bit, yeah. Okay, a bit of white on there. And then proportionately. Noticing I'm doing quite a few squares. Lots of others do rectangle tags and journal cards, but for some reason mine come out as squares. Just round those corners out so that they don't, I mean the word is off, so that they don't get stuck in the little pocket. So let's just audition that. For example, see, wouldn't that be a nice surprise in a pocket like that? Interesting rare pieces, and you pull out lovely flower in journal card. So maybe if I had that in mind, that's what I'm going to do. I don't like that plain, it's way too plain. And if I had planned this, I would have done this before I pasted it. I actually want the music. Oh yeah. Challenges. I see other people wrap them around. We'll see if they can wrap them like that. Too much for me to do the bottom though. Okay, so how about I just quickly glue all of this and then up on the top, and then we'll work out how to fix the bottom. Oh, why don't I just do that? And then I don't have to worry about sticking that down. Oh, in fact, go like that. I'm thinking of, yep, okay. What do we think of that? Okay, let's have a look and see. This is what I mean by getting warmed up. This is where I started, pretty simple and not too inspiring. And I'm up to this. So put a timer on at home, get your bits and pieces around you, and just see where you go. Now I'm on a roll, and I'm loving these. Oh, that's, yeah, don't let me cut that up. See, I nearly did it because I was loving that. Okay, final challenge. Not sure how long I've been talking. I have no idea of time, except that once I start making, time seems to stop, and that's just a lovely experience. So I'm thinking I have had encouragement about my pouches that I've been showing that I'm making for my journals as their forever homes, as they fly out of the nest. So I might, you know, in my next video, get brave enough to share a little bit of what I'm planning, how I make my pouches. And again, I'm not experienced, but Rachel and Sarah, I watch every single one of your videos. In fact, I've gone right back to the beginning, and I've fallen in love with what you do. So, and I see a lot of people also do more than one thing in their crafting. I didn't realize how talented everyone was out there until I started watching that it's not just junk journaling. People do all sorts of amazing things. So I thought I was encouraging a viewer to be brave and to make a video, and so maybe that's why. I'm going to call it Itching to Stitch, or Kate's Itching to Stitch, because that literally has been the feeling that has come over me ever since I've watched Rachel and Sarah and their mum, Juju. What they make is just incredible. Now that's a little bit wonky down the bottom there, but for the moment, now I'm still trying to work to my colour scheme, and that might be too much wonky, but let's just leave that there for a moment and get my other one of these. This is on white paper, which I find very challenging. I don't know, and I'm not good at fussy cutting, I've worked out, but here's this scrappy old piece, and there's some yellow in these flowers. I didn't look up what they were called, but if I go here and do paste that down, it's almost the speckles on my old paper are speaking to that yellow flower there. I think I might just leave them plain, and I'll probably stitch them later. Okay, so our little pile of goodies is ephemera is building. I've still got a bit of energy. Love this, love this. What else did I say I was going to use today? I've got that vellum, but no, that's not. That green is too much. More blues. If I could, wouldn't that be nice? Because I do have this second Blake journal that I need to work on, and it certainly has botanicals and gardens and pretty things in it. I don't know what I'm doing. I've torn these down smaller than I thought. I was having the idea that this text in this beautiful thick paper could be the background for my flowers. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so sticking off there. Let's go here. Which way did I want most of the text? Up here. Okay, and while I'm here, I'll do this one as well. slightly out of proportion, so I'll just trim it down. Okay. Okay, there should be thinking music in the background here. This is what I started to do. And this is where I would love you to say, Kate, don't do this. And I know it's too white, but it's such a beautiful flower. As I said, maybe my where to next is I have to learn to fussy cut, but I won't show you that at the moment. Maybe I have to. Or maybe I could. Maybe I have to hesitate because that's not right. It's not going to work for me at this point. I will use it, but the white is really worrying me. So instead, I'll go back to this bit of vellum that was in the nest. What if, can we see through? Not, but that's not a bad idea for another time. Okay, I might come back to that. Using vellum over the top of the blue, so you still get the sunshine, but plain vellum, I mean, but it's not as white. There we are, just making that up as I go, but I think I'll have to try that. Okay, vellum's not as easy to stick, and I just realised I haven't used a single butterfly in this video, and I've got these stickers from my friend. Oh gosh, that vellum, oh look at that, that's not going to work. That's what I mean. I need a different sort of tape on that paste, but I haven't got it near me. I'll just try one more time. Was that curling up like a magic carpet? Okay. It's starting to press down. While it was curling up, I went looking for a butterfly. I went looking for a flower. Okay. I'm going to give you a clear evidence that I'm not very good at this. But maybe just getting rid of that square at the top will help. And I know I'm not going around every leaf and flower because that would take forever. And this some days it's just too far for me. Can't do that. So I'm going to put that under the mat actually to squash it. I've seen people do that. Okay, I can't end totally without joy. It's still joyous, but I just want the flowers to be happy, and they weren't happy on that piece. I love that. And I'm just going back over to what I pulled out from the nest and see if anything else wants to say hello. That's Rachel's paper. Honestly, it's so exquisite, and I'm going to leave that exactly as it is in some lucky person's journal. That's one I've made before. Okay, here's a few little bits and pieces. Oh, that's right. Okay, these are in the nest. Okay, again, gifted to me. Thank you so much. I don't usually have access to ready-made little pieces like this, but let's power on and see if we can do everything. I'm reading upside down. There was a little sticker in there. Oh, I can't do everything today, but I can take one small step. Okay, you can see I couldn't make stickers today. I mean, a piece of ephemera, but we're moving on. So simply backing that, need some layers on it because I like the writing in the card, but I don't like not altering them in some way to make them have a little bit more personality. Okay, let's have a little bit of torn. Oh, that side's better. Yep. Work from the corners, and that already looks better to me. And could I bring it more to life with a real journal, a real fake stamp, if you know what I mean? Friends. Yeah. So still got the signature bird that was on the commercial piece of ephemera, but introduced own style by adding the French and a stamp there. Okay, I liked that one. That one came easily. And well, that's nice as well. Okay, a few more bits and pieces because I'm going to need lots and lots. What did I do? Where did I put it, I mean? Okay. I've an idea before I stick that down. Let's put some paper behind it first. Oh, I nearly thought, what does that say? Rarissima. I thought it was going to say something different. Okay, that's nice. And across the bottom, it needs one more thing. Nope. Which it should have been more of this, but in a different direction. That's what I'll just poke that up. Yep, I'm going to tuck that like there. Tear that off. Okay, and make this rounded corners. Be professional this time. Oh, that's much better than me. Oh, okay. Here's the other thing about me. I like to count how many pieces I've made, and then when it feels right, I stop. So here we go, backward order. Because, see, I'm in the flow now, and that's what I would encourage you. Just get in the flow and just keep going, and you get better. 1, 2. I can't really count that because it's a book, but it's so beautiful. Look at that. Pocket. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we're going to finish with number 12 because that would fill up most pages in a little mini journal. I'm liking this because it's folded. Why? because it might turn into a pocket one of these days. So we'll leave ourselves options. Glue that down. Slip something like that underneath before it gets glued down. This is what I do. My eyes move all around my desk as I'm talking to you, thinking, come on, Kate, what comes next? I think I'd stitch that actually. Nope, too big. Don't like that. Imagine this is a tiny pocket, maybe in I like how it says when. And to finish it, I never waste anything. I just turn the top of that tag over. Paste it over the hole, because that will give it more interest. Oh, come on, come out. Okay, there we go, everyone. I hope that's not worrying you, because it will be okay. So let's just return to the nest. There's a blank page, I didn't use that. And let's just put these little bits of ephemera back in, ready for when I go back to my baby signature. Like that. 2 bits of flowers. Husband's report card, looking plain, but I won't touch that yet until it's in the journal. It will tell me what to say. Manuscript and script using a commercial stamp here. 2 of these little ones. And Rachel's beautiful Italian, very, very old paper, and little bird, little tiny journal card, and finally this, I think this is my favourite piece. Interesting rare pieces, made it out of pocket, score, and then that little pop of joy there. Well, that's it, everyone. I've been in the flow. Thank you for joining me, and for now, I'll say goodbye. See you and keep well. Bye.